Hey, what is up, guys and gals? My name is Ginger King, and welcome back to Varney Lake. I have been loving this series so far, and honestly, it's got me wanting to play the first game, Mothman 1966. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments or let me know by leaving a like on the video, and we'll play it. I might just play it anyways, but I want to see if anyone else is interested. But here are three friends, not knowing that they've unleashed a demon onto the world, and one of them is going to meet a very unfortunate end. ... You think you exist. I'm pretty sure I exist, and therefore you do. What fucking random thought is that? What the fuck? This is nice, isn't it? But you'd rather not think and exist without knowing it. So, what is going on with fucking, is it Jimmy? Is that, what the fuck is wrong with Jimmy? What are we doing today? Want to catch the albino fish, right? So should I go fishing? Fish. Here we go. Alright. When do I know when to lift the rod? Like, I was just lifting it before and catching fish left and right. Okay, there we go. Whoa, the water's like weird here. I can't do it on the edges like before. Whoa, shit changes. What the fuck? How do I... I'm so confused. What the fuck? This is way more difficult than before. Dude, what the fuck? Somebody tell me how I'm doing this wrong. Who came up with the idea that fishing was a good way to make up for most of our time together? What the... Keep fishing. Okay. Fuck, I don't know what to do. Everything I put down is wrong. Am I supposed to wait for something? Dude. I might not be able to do this, guys, honestly. This seems pretty fucking impossible. Dude. What the fuck? Okay, so we got green coming up. So we gotta do it like close to the edge or something? No, I did it wrong. No, I can't win. Can't win. Nope. Can't win. Automatically lose. What the fuck? Dude. I must be stupid, honestly. I'm really pissed off. I want to catch this fucking albino fucking fish with my friends. And I can't fucking do it because this game is the most ridiculous fucking shit I've ever fucking seen. Like, what am I supposed to do, man? There's gotta be like a... Fuck me, dude. Dude, I'm about to break the game right now. How are you supposed to do this? Oh, I finally caught a fucking fish. Oh, is it the albino tarpon? Oh, damn it, it's not the albino one. I got it now, okay? This can't be a fucking spaz. I'm gonna catch this fucking albino tarpon if it depends on me. Oh my god, that one sucked the most. This one looks different. I think this is it. This has to be the albino one. Yes, please. There it is in all of its glory. The albino tarpon. Fuck yes. We got it. Fuck this fishing game. It's already been 19 minutes. I've only read like 2 words. You look into Christine's eyes. Is she crying? Guys? We got it. We got it. We just caught the albino tarpon. The 3 of you hug and bounce at the light. You feel good. And you suspect it's not because of the albino tarpon. Oh god, nightmare mode. Creature from the Black Lagoon. You have to see it. It's hard to compete with Christine. House of Wax, Invaders from Mars, The Thing from Another World. It doesn't matter what horror movie it is. She's watched them all. That's not fair. Your boyfriend works at the movie theater. There he is again. That's boyfriend. I shall ask the vampire to kill him. Christine's boyfriend. Is it really necessary to mention him so much? The poor guy. I know how you feel. You take a deep breath and look up at the sky. The shape of the truck's hood is perfect against your back. Whose truck is this? And you force yourself to smile. Toad season, Doug? What? Doug raises his eyebrows and starts making noises with his mouth. That might have been the best Toad impression I ever heard in my life. I'm not going to attempt to repeat it, but also look at his beautiful little buck teeth there. This adorable little scamp. Hope nothing bad happens to him. You're disgusting. Doug laughs too. With a hoarse laugh, almost as if he were choking. Actually, he was choking. Doug died that day. You remember that afternoon of last summer very well. Doug had gotten a vinyl record he was obsessed with. You'd seldom seen him like that. And how'd he insisted you to listen to it? The record was part of the collection documenting the sounds of the world. Everything from distant cultures to meteorological phenomenon. Doug wasn't particularly interested in the collection, but the record. It was special. It included the records of toads singing in the middle of the mating season. Oh, I see. You're trying to get freaky. Could you please stop? Christine's anger only made you laugh harder. You're gonna fucking leave you. This is why you're not her boyfriend. Doug finally stops imitating the toads. The laughter gradually fades away and ends up turning into a sustained sigh. You look at your friend and you think about what he confessed to you that afternoon. It was sad, but neither of you had older siblings or a father figure to lean on. Oh, fuck. There's our friend. He's hanging out and he wants to watch the movie with us. That vinyl record of songs with its songs of toads during mating season was the closest thing Doug had to a Playboy. We can't... I know we want to talk about the bat, but... What does that... Is Doug jerking off to the sounds of mating toad? Nope. We're just gonna let that go. Doug's a friend. Doug's a friend. We all get one pass. What's that? On that branch. You see? A bat? Where? The bat soars into the air with a loud screech. Come here! What, you gonna grab the bat? We know it's you. Oh shit, oh fuck, he's transforming. Oh, is this the abandoned movie theater that they're trying to buy? I see. I got it. I'm so stupid. I didn't realize this. I thought they were like at a public movie theater. I was wondering why the fuck he was showing up. How long have you been there? You're not following us, are you?
I told you.
I'm giving him an old man voice. I don't care.
I am indebted to you.
I can't remember his voice from the last video. See? He's a freak. Yeah, just call the guy a freak. Oh, why did he keep talking? I didn't click. Brent, why is he clicking? Hold on. God damn it. I accidentally clicked the fucking skip button. What do we miss here? Wait a minute. Brandon stopped bothering us, right? So? There we go. Okay, that's what we missed. Are we good? The vampire nods. We are good in the hood, dog. You can't deny his presence at the drive-in bothers you a little. The drive-in is something for the three of you. You already knew about it. The only child's club. I am. Well, look like they're about to fuck him up right now. You better get out of here, vampire, before Doug fucking gets on your ass.
The only child's club?
The question takes you by surprise. Wasn't that what Christine had said? The vampire could read your minds.
I'm an only child too. Or at least that's what I thought.
There's something in his eyes that forces you to pay attention. It's his vampire hypnosis. A sadness that you can relate to. Oh yeah, I really fucking relate to this fucking sadness right here. The wind blowing through my hair. And considering Doug and Christine's silence, you could swear they're feeling something similar. What fucking question do I ask? Is he really an only child? The vampire tells you that he believes so for most of his life. Raised by a strong mother and older gentleman. But after the conversation, you discovered that he was born on the other side of the Atlantic, and that he had a twin brother. However, his original family had given him to a couple who couldn't have the children, and who were about to emigrate to the United States.
Isn't it tragic? Two brothers separated at birth and turned into two only childs.
What's his real name? The vampire says that his name's not important, but that you can call him Lizzt. Okay, Lizzt, sure. That's short for something demonic that I don't know. Lizzt, sure, why not? How did he become a vampire?
How does someone turn into a vampire?
He puts his hand on the jugular and remains silent. Lizzt. The vampire just told you to call him Lizzt. After listening to... I already asked him his name. You can't deny that he had suffered just as much as the three of you. You don't know if he's telling you fucking truth or bullshit or what. I don't fucking believe you. What will the others say? Will they give Lizzt a chance to prove himself a new member of the club? Stop. We're not... No. Stop. Right now. About to... Xantos? Why are we back at Xanatos or Xantos? Well, how do you pronounce that? I'm going to call him Xantos. Lou calls it goat's Tourette's. Goat Tourette's? You know he doesn't mean it in a bad way. As well as being your godfather, Lou is a writer. And sometimes writers use words like shortcuts. Your mom didn't like it when Lou said goat Tourette's. It feels a little bit fucked up. You had read about Tourette's, and you understood the comparison. But doctors call the tension in the muscular group that individual with Tourette's relieves the motors with the premonitory urge. Your case is different. Your urge is not focused on a specific muscle group, but rather the whole of your being. You must be goat. With every kick, every jump, every blow, you feel alive. As if all of a sudden, the veil were pulled back. Bah! 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 That's to be fucked up. What is he about to do? Goat Tourette's is what allows you to bear being unable to show yourself to the world as you really are. As you were when your parents and your godfather found you that night in 1966. Oh no. Goat Tourette's is the way he found... Well, this is a little bit spoilers for... God, whatever. You know what? I shouldn't have played them out of order, but it's fine. Goat Tourette's is the way you found to forgive yourself. At least for a little while. Forgive... What the fuck? Hold. Okay, left. Oh shit. Up. Left. Down. Okay, this is easy. Down. Got it. Left. Why are we doing Dance Dance Revolution? It's just so fucking random. I love this game. I've achieved sentience. Ah! The spasmodic movement releases the accumulated tension, and for a moment you feel the veil being lifted. I am Xanatos, son of Victoria and lead godson of Blue, and I am a goat man. You breathe a sigh of relief, but you know the sensation won't last for long, and you still have things to do. You wonder if Lou made the right choice in selecting you for the job. Of course he did. Xanatos, private detective. Holy fuck, this is one of my favorite characters I've ever met in a game. You hope to one day have your own sign at the door of an office downtown. But that's still a long way off. Yeah, people are gonna have trouble accepting the goat face. You nod to Lou and walk back into the Nyack Cafe. You're just starting. And for now, the tasks are pretty simple. Lou asks you to watch Jimmy and Christine during the interview, and to follow Jimmy after the meeting. Your godfather had told you after telling them the truth, anything could happen. And that you had to be very careful. And that you had to be very careful with the consequences of their actions. And you? Wasn't that what you were? A consequence of their actions. I love the searing, burning, emotional eyes from Goat Man. It's just beautiful. Oh, we're back. We are not going fishing again, that's for fucking certain. Aw, it's raining. The raindrops pound the roof, and you have to speak loudly to be able to hear each other. It's really coming down out here. Why does he feel the need to talk all the time? When you have nothing to say, you just stay quiet. It's really coming down out there? And why describe what everyone can already see? You just stretch a bit. Fucking God, you sound like a little bit of a bitch right now, Christine. Do we need to go back then? Both of them nod. Jimmy seems like he's going to say something else, but ultimately changes his mind. Another of his astute observations. Fuck you. Oh my God. Your legs dangle from the platform. A gentle breeze. Oh, look at Vampire just hanging out with Doug, getting a little bit close, don't you think? A gentle breeze caresses your arm, and you sigh. You wonder what you'll remember of all of this in 10 years from now. And in 20? 25? Let me think a little. Oh fuck, Doug's playing chess against a vampire. You look at your cousin. Since the night you started hanging out with the vampire at the drive-in, the dynamics of the only club's child had changed. We had to provide fresh blood for him every night, and yeah, just keep him entertained. This top town of Doug right here is not beautiful at all, I gotta say. Looks a little bit unflattering. Doug spends most of his time with Lizzt. And now that you have more space for just the two of you, Jimmy seems to have closed in on himself. Who the hell is Maggie, first of all? Let's talk about Doug. I like my cousin's games, but I don't know. I always feel there's something missing. You regret what you said as soon as the words leave your mouth. Out of everything you could have said about Doug, why choose that? Something like what? Fuck, do we give an example? I don't know. I don't want to say. Fuck it. I want to hear. The 10 solitaire, for example. The solitaire? There's a trick to make the super 10 with 0 effort. Jimmy opens his eyes wide. You already said this before! The first thing you have to do is add the cards of each color up on the board. Let's suppose that the black cards add up to 31, the red cards come up to 38. Take 31 from 38 and you're left with 7. 7 in favor of red. Once you know that, the only thing left to do is to flip the cards from the deck until you get a red 3. And when that happens, you put it all down. The red 3 plus 30 reds on the card add up to 41. 41 minus 31 of black ones, 10. Well, fuck! I'm sorry, I didn't figure out that fucking math when I was playing. I tried very hard. Wow. Why did you tell Jimmy about the trick? Shouldn't you have talked to Doug first? Given him a chance to improve the solitaire? You don't want to admit it, but finding mistakes in your cousin's creation gives you a certain confidence. It's not just the satisfaction of finding someone else's mistakes. It's something else. Something you don't want to think about too much. Talk about Lizette. Do you think what Lizette said about the game's true? I'm sorry, what? Ask again. Jimmy raises his shoulders. It looks like he wants to say something but regrets it. I don't know if it's true, but I think it makes sense. I always wondered about the origins of a certain board games. To think their advanced societies experiment to study us, it seems more credible than the idea of a random person could have designed something like chess. You know, I think he's fucking with you. I don't believe shit that he says. He's going to kill Doug. He's already marinating him right now. Talk about Maggie. Did you talk to Maggie? Ask again. God damn it. If I have to ask again one more fucking time. If you talk to Maggie. Jimmy looks at you for a few seconds and finally looks down. She called by to give my mom something. That's it. His "that's it" annoys you, as if Jimmy thinks he owes you an explanation. Oh, we're gonna make Jimmy mad. Talk about your boyfriend. My boyfriend got me a Rico Browning's autograph. I swear to God. I got an autograph from the only guy who played the creature from the Black Lagoon. He's not going to say anything? Can't he at least be glad for you? You're setting yourself up for this shit. Fuck! Mate in 4. Holy shit. Forced. They finally finished the game. You didn't know how much more you could take. You stand up and smooth out your pants. Doug starts picking up the pieces. Look at this little smug little grin. You beat this fucking kid, now he's gonna murder him. One more? No, that's enough for today. Why don't you tell us one of your stories? Lizette nods and you're ready to get ready to listen. Holy fuck, that was cool.
Which story would you like to hear?
Godfrey the glue maker, Gilbert the lumberjack, Milo the thief. I want to hear about Milo.
Milo the thief.
Milo was on the run. He had robbed a shopkeeper and was chased to the entrance of the forest. The chase didn't stop there, and an hour later, when the sun finally set, Milo was sure he wouldn't be caught. Without letting up his pace and always stretching his arms forward to avoid hitting a tree, Milo continued in the darkness of the forest. After walking for a while, the thief had ran into a jagged wall, and almost at the same time he heard a growl closer than he would have liked. Surely he couldn't have managed to escape from the soldiers only to end up being eaten by a bear. With his hands resting on the wall, he looked for a foothold so he can climb up. He was shaken, but the effort was worth it. The thief found an entrance to a small cave through which the animal would not fit. He crawled through the darkness and, exhausted to do anything else, he fell asleep. Milo awoke to the first light of morning. He looked inside and noticed the cave was deeper than he thought the night before. He squatted down and moved forward and reached the gallery where he could finally stretch out. He couldn't believe his luck. It was the perfect hiding place, not just from the bear, but from the town authorities. He looked around and noticed a group of mushrooms had grown on a kind of mound. He approached and plucked one. His belly was rumbling. And without thinking too much, he took a bite. He was surprised by his own recklessness, but it tasted so good. He took a second bite and his legs went slack. He fell to the ground, writhing in pain. He tried to crawl to the exit for help, but only managed to let out a weak whimper. At first, his body was burning, and then he had lost all sensation. He was completely paralyzed by the toxins. Unable to even express the horror in his face, Milo watched as the mound of earth seemed to move. It was not dirt, but a strange creature with colorful mushrooms growing on its back. The creature advanced a few feet towards Milo and began to writhe, giving birth to a dozen translucent, skinned, shapeless offspring that began to crawl, opening and closing their mouths. And Milo, unable to even close his eyes to move his head to the other side, watched as the hideous creatures slowly swell as they ate him alive. He didn't know what to think. Was there teaching to Milo's story? Yeah, don't eat random fucking mushrooms you find. Thou shalt not steal. Curiosity killed the cat. Don't eat random shit. Personally, you like stories where the line between good and evil is a little bit fuzzier. One more. You know what? Sure. I want to hear them all. Fuck it. We got time. This is the story of Godfrey the Glue Maker. Wasn't Godfrey in Elden Ring? Wasn't he one of the bosses? Godfrey the Glue Maker. He made glue from horse bones and horse hooves. Don't know why I said horse hooves, but I wanted to add that anyways. He wasn't the best animal glue. He wasn't the best animal glue in the region, but he'd been very lucky. He wasn't? Why did it say it like that? He sold the glue to a famous bookbinder in town. However, whilst he had built every lucrative business, Godfrey had not been able to find love. He was a romantic, a true believer in the concept of the other half. One afternoon, crouched over the dead body of a young foal he had found, brought from a window, he had an idea. After shaking the dirt off it, the animal had fallen off a cliff and crushed its owner. He cut off the horse's tail with a big pair of What the fuck? He raised the horse's tail behind the head, and he liked what he saw. It was a new Godfrey, a younger Godfrey, healthier even, long silky hair. It didn't even take much to make up his own mind. Didn't he make animal glue for a living? After a few weeks later, with renewed confidence, Godfrey met the beautiful Isolda. Solada? I don't know how to pronounce that. A young woman who had ended up being his wife and whom he loved fervently. One day while Godfrey was in the workshop working on hanging carcasses, Isolda approached him from behind. She was smiling ear to ear. She had great news to give her husband. But the moment she touched his back, something strange happened. Godfrey's shoulders dislocated with a wet crack, and both arms suddenly shot back as if powered by strong pistons? What the fuck? The hit landed on her I'm so confused. What did he put? I thought he put the horse's tail on the back of his head. What did he put on? Godfrey turned around and saw Isolda on the floor, her eyes wide open. He ran to her and in his horror found that she was dead. He burst into tears, his face reaching on Isolda's chest. Godfrey cried for a long time, unable to move. And his tears moistened at the end of his horse tail he had glued to almost a year ago. I'm so confused though. Like, a horse possessed him? Or what? What? Like, what the fuck? You look at Doug. Doug looks at you and nods. Another story? Fuck it, Gilbert the Lumberjack. What could go wrong here? I'll tell you the story of Gilbert the Lumberjack. Gilbert wielded an axe as few others could. He lived a nomadic life, dedicated exclusively to work. Carpenters and builders adored him. One day, while chopping at a very thick oak tree, Gilbert heard a groan. He pressed his ear to the trunk. Could the tree be complaining? He removed the axe from the trunk and swung at it again. There was no doubt, there was the groan again. Confused, he dropped the axe and paused to think for a few minutes. Gilbert didn't particularly like his job, but it was the only thing he knew how to do. He had estimated if he kept doing it for 5 more years, he could retire and live in one of the small towns he had passed by. Determined to follow through with his plans, he picked up the axe, ignored the groans of the oak tree. But from that day on, Gilbert began to hear sobs of all the trees he felled. Oaks, pines, firs, beeches. They all suffered under the lumberjack's axe. Although it wasn't easy for him, Gilbert's learned to ignore the whining. It was the only way he could keep working. 5 years later, Gilbert retired. He settled in the village soon after, met Estrid, whom he had married. Estrid was a Strendel. Estrid was slender and frail looking. Gilbert loved her deeply. Before long, the young woman contracted an illness that left her bedridden. She laid on her bed all day, and Gilbert brought her tea and sang to her. Estrid grew weaker and weaker every day, until one afternoon, an attack of withering pain foretold her end. The woman kept withering, crying, moaning loudly. Meanwhile, Gilbert was in the courtyard of the house. And although he could hear her, he kept carving without even blinking. The figures of 2 lovers melting in a kiss on the spring of oak. He tried to imagine Estrid's last hours. Okay, I get that story. That's a lot more calm, you know. I like that one. That was my favorite one out of all of them, I think. First one and the last one. And he feels sick. Do you want another story? No, there's no more you can tell me, so I gotta say no. Don't be upset. It's getting late. Doug asks for one more and looks at Jimmy. Christine is right. Doug starts croaking like a toad, and you pretend not to hear him. Don't leave Doug with him. Don't. If you leave Doug alone with the vampire, you're gonna get fucked up. He fucking left Doug alone. How dare she? Who are these people? Lizzt enjoyed telling his stories. Lizzt enjoyed telling these stories. There was something about the way he moved his hands. Are you two just listening over here? Like, can you get out of here, please? The way he projected his voice and his shadow, it looked like, I don't know, like he couldn't control the darkness around him. Christine shifts in her chair. But the most striking feature were his eyes. Yeah, there was something about the way he looked at you that took you to the very heart of his stories.
Is it you?
The couple looks at you in silence. They expect you to say something. When was the last time something like this happened? If that's me, what? I don't know how to respond. The old couple smile, and something snaps inside you. You tell them you are not that person. You're not the author of Please. Oh, fuck! Oh, no, I feel bad. You hear the old man tut as they walk away. He's holding a copy of your book. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'm a jerk. He's holding a copy of your book. Oh, by the falling stars with the subtle editor added. You never really liked the secret story of the cryptid wars. You even remember the text on the dust jacket. Risen by Falling Stars by Lou Hill features exclusive first-person reports on the last battle of the cryptid wars in 1966. Risen by Falling Stars had sold more than 100,000 copies. Christine coughs and you apologize. The smiles of the old couple stick with you. Where were those smiles when you released your last book and couldn't sell the minimum required by the publisher? Where were we? I feel so bad. I didn't know what that would have, like, what saying if it was me would have meant. God damn it. Oh, we're back with Jimmy. Varney Lake. You know that if you lived here, it wouldn't be the same. But all of this has value because it has an end. Christine takes out her notebook. As much as you'll remember this summer for being the one you met, an honest-to-God real-life vampire, you'll also remember it being the one you caught the albino tarpon. But does it matter? You see your friends smile, and you can't help but copy them. You'd like to tell them how much you love them, but you feel embarrassed. Will you be brave tonight? Don't do it, man. You're gonna get rejected. She's had the same boyfriend for like fucking 15 years or some shit. You don't understand. Why is it so hard to talk to her? But maybe it's not your fault. Maybe you never really had the choice. Like every year, after the kids gather on the beach Like every year, all the kids gather on the beach of the lake to watch the fireworks. The explosions of color in the sky mark the end of the summer. Is it really the end of the summer? It's the 4th of July. Like, you still got August. Still got all of July and all of August. It's the middle of the summer, really. Even though you try to smile, you find it hard to hide the pit you've been feeling in your stomach for the last few days. A simple realization that nothing lasts forever. How many more summers like this will you have? Do you hear that? Neither of you say anything. Neither one of you ever says anything. It's the toads! Oh, fuck you, dude. Christine grimaces and looks at you. Doug taps you on the shoulder. Let's do it. Croak! Doug bursts into laughter. Yes, Jimmy, croak. I've just seen Maggie, so go on. Croak like a horny toad. Doug looks down. What's wrong with Christine? Why is she such a bitch? She knows her cousin is in love with Maggie. Why would she say something like that? She doesn't talk to you all the time about her boyfriend. Doesn't she talk to you all the time about her boyfriend? Doug kicks a rock. You fucking suck. Oh shit! There's Brandon! What's going on, bro? He looks lost. Oh fuck. What happened, Brandon? Bear! You remember the end of the summer parties of the past. How most kids avoid the place where Brandon and his gang hang out. That Brandon everyone was afraid of. What had Lizzt done to him to leave him like this? Look who we have here. The guys surround Brandon, and Brandon doesn't seem to understand what's about to happen. Bert, who Brandon once pushed out of a moving car. Tommy, from who Brandon had stolen the slinky from just to wrap it around his leg, leaving him with marks that, according to the doctor who treated him, were permanent. Steve, whom Brandon had lifted by the collar of his shirt with one hand and his underpants with the other, to use him as if he were a batter and to take down his friends while the rest of the gang exploded with laughter. And your friends? Excuse me? Everyone had been talking about it. Without violent and abusive Brandon, the boys were no longer afraid of them, and none of the other members of the gang would dare come to the fireworks. Whoa! But what about Brandon? Why had he come? What the hell's going on? Everything happens too fast, and the moment he hits the ground, everyone starts kicking him. Stop! Please stop! You'll see, motherfucker! Oh, shit! You like that, son of a bitch? Oh, fuck, he's getting fucked up! Each explosion illuminates Brandon's terrified face from a different angle. Dear God, what the fuck? Look at the big baby crying. Should we call mommy? Oh, right. She'd rather stick her head in the oven and watch you grow up. What the fuck? They're charging up a super attack! Look out, Brandon! The Kamehameha! When the smoke dissipates, Brandon takes a few steps back. Look, the guy's pointing at him, laughing. He pissed his pants! Come on, let's get closer to the fireworks. He won't bother anyone anymore. Some spin before briefly walking away. Others kick him. None of you move. Brandon looks at you. and you look down at the floor, not quite knowing what to feel. Fireworks mark the end of the summer, and the beginning of something that haunts you to this day. Oh shit, here we go. We're closer to the end right now. Christine. We're taking control of old Christine now. Why, Christine? Why didn't we do anything? We couldn't have possibly imagined what was going to happen. We couldn't know it's true. But we just watched, Christine. Doug, Christine, that vengeful son of a bitch Brandon killed him. Killed him! Wait, Brandon killed Doug? If we'd intervened that night at the beach, we'd stopped them. No. It's not fair. There was nothing you could have done. Or at least nothing that could have changed your cousin's destiny. Hold on, Brandon killed Doug? Or... Lou clears his throat, and the noise brings you back to the present. There's no easy way to put it, so I'm just gonna say it. Doug, your cousin, your friend, who everyone thought was dead in the months following that summer of 1954, he's alive! What? Oh! Yeah. And I can prove it. But, Brandon, your head starts spinning. Just listen to me. Won't take long. The newspaper is from December 9th, 1954. Your cousin had disappeared on December 1st. Every newspaper tells more or less the same story. Watching from a window, an eyewitness saw a big boy savagely beating a smaller one. We went inside to call the police. He went inside to call the police. And when he came back, both boys were gone. And a few days later, the witness recognized Doug's face on the missing posters put up by the family. It was the same boy the big guy had beaten ferociously. Oh, Jesus. Poor Doug. Oh, my God. Oh, Doug. When police showed him the same pictures, he also recognized Brandon, the prime suspect in the investigation, after everything that happened that summer at Varney Lake, and whom the police had been unable to question because he was missing. Everyone drew the same obvious conclusion. Brandon was behind Doug's disappearance. Look at Doug's face! Oh my God, dude. But the same newspaper also mentioned a second witness passing. Benjamin Vanstone, an addict who lived in the streets. The police took his testimony. However, his statements were dismissed, the assumption that it was some kind of hallucination. Vanstone had stated that a winged creature had appeared above the big boy. Oh, fuck! And that one swipe of a hand cut off his head! You two didn't hear about this? You guys didn't think nothing about this shit? Holy fuck! That was cool. The smaller boy was dying. The figure held him in their arms and stuck his fangs into his neck. At that same point, Vanstone got scared, hid in an alley, and didn't come out for a few hours. Oh! A few days later, he showed up to testify. He couldn't stand the nightmares anymore. Nobody believed him. You understand what this means, right? Lizzt turned Doug into a vampire. Lou nods. No, it can't be. Why would a vampire be involved with our friend's disappearance? It doesn't make sense. Jimmy speaks with a softening, broken voice. You look at him with the overwhelming desire to hug him. And you? What do you feel? Your cousin, Doug, he's alive. And what about Brandon? What had Lizzt done with Brandon's body? Probably fucking ate him, I imagine. Didn't his family deserve to know what happened to him? Didn't they deserve to see his decapitated head? Does it matter? If the story Lou had just told you were true, Brandon had tried to kill your cousin. Brandon. Never mind that he was your first kiss. Oh, come on, Brandon. Brandon was a son of a bitch. You take a deep breath.
How many years has it been?
How many years has it been? Oh, Doug would have told us. Doug is probably still like a little nerdy boy flying around in fucking vampire shit. Look. I took his picture a few weeks ago. What the fuck is going on here? It's for the book I'm writing. A biography about Doug, the vampire kid. Oh shit. Oh, fuck me, dude. Oh fuck. Doug, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. The seconds pass. Raindrops clatter relentlessly on the sidewalk. With the perseverance of a ruminative thought, why didn't Doug ever contact you in all these years? Where is he now, right? Lou had told you he didn't know where the current whereabouts of your friend, the vampire kid, and that he'd let you know as soon as he had more information. Now we have to wait. Listen, are you okay? Can I give you a ride somewhere? What do I say? ... Hey! Christine tries to smile. Come here, big boy. I'll take you home. No thanks. I need to walk. Jimmy? You make an effort to look her in the eyes. Christine doesn't say anything else. You give her a kiss on the cheek, and you walk away in the rain. Doug is alive. Why didn't he ever call his mother? Does he know his family suffered? How you suffered? You still remember the day Christine called you to tell you about it. Christine was sure that they were going to find him, and that Doug was fine, but you suspected the worst. Senior year of high school was one of the hardest. All he could think about were Doug's plans. It seemed so unfair that someone would take away his future. Far from diminishing, the pain grew over the years that went by. Alcohol helped you sometimes, but it made you forget. You never stopped visiting your friend's mother. Even though she didn't lose hope, you suddenly flew into fits of hysteria that tore you apart. You think about what Lou told you. About the witnesses who had seen the posters. About the witness who had seen the poster papering the whole town. As soon as you heard about his disappearance, you traveled to join the search. Doug lived in the same town as Brandon. How could you not see it something like this would have happened? That Brandon would seek revenge. So much pain. The alcohol, the street fights, the army, Vietnam, the shootings, the smell of the jungle, the return of the country, the desire to leave everything, the nights of sleeping on the streets, the flights in the shelter. And now a guy like Lou comes along and tells you that Doug is alive. Who the fuck does he think he is? You try to calm down. You know someone is following you. Oh, fuck. I don't want to fight Goat Boy. He got Goat Tourette. Don't fight him. Come on now. He's a good boy. It's the same person who was watching you in the bar, hiding behind the newspaper. It's not the first time you've been followed since you came back from Vietnam. And you know exactly what you have to do to lose them. After a while, you get out of the van and wander aimlessly. Or at least that's what you think you're doing. The rain follows you wherever you move. You hurry your pace, driven by the force you can't define. A certain attraction. The deer, you suddenly think. What the fuck? There was something you and Doug used to talk about. In one of his magazines, Doug had read about a doctor who claimed that there were people who had a hard time seeing what they were thinking. People who were thinking about an apple, and who couldn't see it in their head. You didn't see the apple, but you could swear for a second you could see the deer exactly as it'd been, 1954. What the fuck? The drive-in theater. Like the deer, the mill, something or someone brought you here. You're soaking wet and your legs hurt. How far have you walked already? Across the grounds facing the huge screen, among the poles in the drive-in's audio systems. Some are croaked, some are broken in two, but others still have their speakers plugged in, and you even think you can hear static. There he is, Doug. Your friend who had died. And now he's alive. Doug! Doug takes a few seconds to answer. Who the fuck are you? You croak at the top of your lungs. Oh shit, he did the croak. Jimmy? Jimmy!
All these years. Why, Doug? Why the fuck didn't you tell us anything?
Your heartbeat quickens with every step he takes. He doesn't look like the same Doug. Jimmy, as you can see, I'm a fucking vampire.
Why?
You really think I didn't try? Your mom, your friends,
Me? Have you any idea how much we suffered because of you?
you'd like to tell him about the first year of the desperate search, the false hope, whenever the phone rang. Of the grades at school, the jobs he got kicked out of Vietnam, of the alcohol, the streets, the hunger, but you don't even know where to start. A shriek freezes your blood. Oh shit! And you stop feeling the floor beneath your feet. Let go of me! Oh shit! No! Oh, god damn it, now I gotta become a fucking vampire. One of the broken speaker's poles pierces your stomach. Jimmy, it's my fault. They won't let me.
Doug! I wouldn't forgive myself for being late again.
God damn it! You piece of shit, you killed him! No! You saved Jimmy right now, you turned me into a vampire! Come here, let me help you. The reflection of the driving screen makes Doug's fang glow. It'll just take a second, then you'll feel better. The last of your strength, you grab Doug by the arm, and you shake your head. Jimmy, please. No, I want to be a vampire. Let me be a vampire with him. No! This sucks! Make him promise you. But listen to me.
No.
I'm tired. Doug looks away, but he doesn't retract his fangs. You try to smile and imitate the toad. Little by little, you feel yourself disappearing. You close your eyes, and you wait for everything else to fade away. Save him, Doug! Come on! Damn you! That's so sad. Oh, that's so sad. Was there a better ending? Is there multiple endings to this game? I feel like I did everything right. Was that the bad ending? God. What's going on? Secret scene 2? How do you get a secret scene? The hell is this? Who is this? Is that Brandon? Oh, that's the dad. That's the guy. I know, that's the dad, the goat son. Well, that was interesting. How did I only got one secret scene, huh? Damn. I don't know how to get those other ones. I assume that was from the albino tarpon. But I honestly loved that story. That turned way different than I thought it was going to be. I was certain that vampire was plotting on killing Doug, but, you know, everything turned different. Honestly, really considering playing Mothman 1966 after playing this so I can get caught up in the story. There is a third game coming out. I believe it's called, Banshee Knights. That's it. that is Varney Lake. If you guys want to see me play Mothman 1966 or any other games, leave a comment down below of what you want me to play. Don't forget to leave a like, and please do not forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future uploads. And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you again for joining me, and farewell. I have brought you here for a specific purpose, so listen closely. Oh, what's happening? Oh, shit! What is this?